Alright, YouTube and Fallout communities, so Far Harbor is the next piece of DLC we're getting in 2016, and it's going to be the biggest one so far out of the first 3 they've released, and we don't know a whole lot about it, but I thought we would go over and review everything that we do know about it so far, so let's get right into it. First up, we'll read the description Bethesda gave us. A new case from Valentine's Detective Agency leads you on a search for a young woman in a secret colony of synths. Travel off the coast of Maine to the mysterious island of Far Harbor, where higher levels of radiation have created a more feral world. Navigate through the growing conflict between the synths, the children of Adam, and the local townspeople. Will you work towards bringing peace to Far Harbor, and at what cost? Far Harbor features the largest landmass for an add-on that we've ever created, filled with new faction quests, settlements, lethal creatures, and dungeons. Become more powerful with new, higher-level armor and weapons. The choices are all yours. So this is pretty compelling because the Children of Adam were in Fallout 3 and 4. They've never had any kind of major role. Like in Fallout 4, I think you go to their this location right here you're seeing on screen for one part of the main quest, and that's it. They don't have anything to do with anything. And in Fallout 3 they played nothing. There wasn't even a quest line with them at all, I don't think. So it'd be cool to see the Children of Adam playing a major role. And the fact that it's a quest line that comes from Nick's detective agency makes me wonder what kind of a role he plays in the DLC, if he plays any at all, because to my recollection we've never been able to bring a companion with us for any DLCs. They always make them go away, you gotta solo it. So I wonder what kind of role Nick plays in this. He's a pretty cool companion, probably arguably the best companion just because of the way he acts and stuff. It's pretty cool. Next up is the map size. Now we know that the map is bigger than, it's the biggest landmass they've ever done for an add-on. And as you're seeing on screen, this is Shivering Isles. Shivering Isles was the biggest up until now. It's going, if you're looking how big this map is right here, it's going to be bigger than this. Now, with that being said, it's not going to have nearly as much content. Now, I don't know how much less content it's going to have, but we know because of some tweets and some interviews from Pete Hines and stuff that it's going to be less content. But the landmass itself is going to be bigger, and that's pretty cool by itself because they do a lot of environmental storytelling, so it'll probably make up for it, honestly. But we know that it's less content than Shivering Isles, but it's more content than Skyrim's Dawnguard, so that's pretty good. I'm super excited just because of the size. You tell me it's the biggest landmass I've ever done for DLC. I always thought Point Lookout was huge for Fallout 3, so it's going to be bigger than that, bigger than Shivering Isles. It's going to be great. Next, we have the price and release date for Far Harbor. We've known for a while it's going to be $25. Most expensive DLC they've done so far for Fallout 4. The release date, we don't know exactly. We do know it's going to be May. We don't know the exact day yet, but all their DLC releases on Tuesdays, so it's either going to be the 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, or 31st. I did a video about this before. My guess would probably be the 10th or the 17th. I don't see the 31st or the 3rd happening. Maybe 24th, but I'd bet towards the 10th and 17th. Next, we actually have the file size for Far Harbor. Because of Steam, we know that it's 2.68 gigabytes, which is actually pretty good size. If you look, comparing back to Shivering Isles, and its time was only about a gig. Now, of course, that's a console generation back, and the graphics weren't as good, but it still is about a gig. Automatron is 1.45 gigabytes, so there's another way to compare it to a more modern DLC for Fallout game. So it's pretty good size, man. Far Harbor is actually modeled after a real-life place in Maine called Bar Harbor. It's on Mountain Desert Island, so it's going to be pretty cool. It's another island setting. I believe that's what Point Lookout was. So it'd be kind of interesting, maybe a lot of water stuff. The place is really cool if you actually look up some pictures online. So, in Mountain Desert Island, so is there some desert stuff we might see? I don't know exactly. It looks like it's going to be a pretty water-based location. We also know of people who can data mine. They looked into the files for Far Harbor that are on Steam, and they've actually found ghoul Yaoguais, which is pretty cool. Every time they update things for upcoming DLCs, they always add in a couple things to help make the DLC run smoothly. So that's how they were able to find this. We also were able to find texture mapping and stuff for squid, possibly giant squid type creatures. So that's going to be pretty cool. A lot of water-based type things. And something else that's water-based, but this is in no way something we know about Far Harbor. This is entirely speculation. There's rumors of, and there's talks of a ghoul well. And as you can see in this picture right here, I circled these bones from this Far Harbor picture. That is clearly a big-ass animal. And it's bigger than pretty much any animal or creature in Fallout 4. Definitely bigger than any water-based creatures, which are just the Mirelurks. I think that's it. So that's kind of cool. That kind of points towards there maybe being a ghoul well. And then I found this on Google, which is just a zoomed in version of the same picture, and it kind of highlights this area over here that you couldn't really make out, and this looks like an aquatic animal, like a dolphin or a shark or possibly a whale. You can see what looks like a tail coming out of the water, and then a fin or a flipper or something on the bigger part of the thing coming out of the water. So kind of cool. Doesn't look like it's the size of something like a blue whale, but there might be other, maybe not a whale, but there might be those dolphin things we the shark dolphins, whatever the hell they are in Fallout 4, we find dead all over the place. Maybe they're not dead over here. I don't know. Definitely looks like, it doesn't look like it's just debris coming out of the water. It looks like it might be something that's like swimming or some shit. But the reason why these might be possible is because Bar Harbor, Maine is like an island, you know, and it's out in the ocean. So it looks like it's going to be like a water-based DLC of some sorts. Maybe there's things to do in the water, around in the water, on the surrounding islands. I don't know. Just a little bit of speculation. It's kind of fun to just speculate on DLC. So that's everything we know about Far Harbor up to this point. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be nice to have like a really solid DLC. I have at least one more video planned for Far Harbor before it actually drops for us. I'll try to have that out before long. Later, guys.